Hey there, sports fans. This is Cal the Constructor. Welcome to Budget Dragon Highlander. In this week's episode, we are testing the new set that releases today, Dominaria. We are very excited every time there is a new set, but Dominaria looks especially promising with all of the new legendary creatures. We are happy to welcome Larry back from his stint on the DL, but now it is Gabe's turn to visit the bench. We aren't sure how long he will be out of the action, but we are bringing in some replacements. This week we will have Chuck filling his role. Let's look to the scoreboard to see how the players are faring so far. After last week's Pauper action, Matt brought home the win in true Zur style. Matt is now in the lead with 2 wins, while Larry still holds the Knockouts title with 4. The referees determined that there was a misplay by Gabe last week with an ill-timed counterspell that cost him the game. Click the links below to see the deck lists, and please remember to like and subscribe. Also, if you like what you see, please help the channel by supporting us on Patreon and follow us on Twitter. Let's get to the game. Okay, I'm going to lead things off with playing a Swamp, and I'll pass turn.
I'm going to play a Forest and pass.
Swamp. I think I will play this mountain. And Calvin, guess what you're going to be getting? I'm going to curse you, Calvin.
Wow, I haven't seen Curse of Opulence in a really long time. That makes me happy.
Yeah, you haven't. Yeah, you haven't.
This makes me really happy.
Does this resolve or?
Yeah, it resolves, Chuck.
There you go, Calvin.
Thank you very much.
I'm in my turn.
This week I am going to give Muldrotha the Gravetide a shot. This seemed to me to be the best Sultai commander they had printed. That's what I said when we did our set review, and certainly I couldn't let the best go to waste, so I wanted to get something that I thought was going to be worthy of Sultai colors, and we're going to go with a Biovisionary combo. The hardest part to Biovisionary is that people keep trying to kill him, and Muldrotha lets me keep bringing him back. So I'm going to try to get 4 copies of him out there. I'm using cards like Final Reward to be able to keep threats off the table. I've got counter spells in here like the titular counter spell, and then I also have tutors to get my combo pieces. So as long as we can develop a board presence, we should be able to hit that combo and wipe everybody out all at the same time. Should be fun. I'm gonna go ahead and that is not the card I thought it was. I apologize, everybody. Well, that makes this hand a lot worse. I should not have kept this. I guess that I will be passing the turn with no lands in hand.
Oh my goodness.
I thought that was a command tower. That's what you get for looking at the names and not the cards.
I'm going to play land and go ahead and put Black Blade Reforged on the field.
Black Blade Reforged. Ooh, that's pretty spicy.
Play Knot of Malice.
Alrighty. Draw a card. Oh. I'll play this Battlefield Forge. And I'll play this Champion of the Flame. And on that note, I believe I will end my turn.
I just realized I have 8 cards in hand because I wasn't able to actually do anything with my last turn, so give me a second to discard something.
Judge.
I'm going to go ahead and discard a Niblis of Frost. Hey there, Matt. Go ahead and tell us what your deck does this week.
So this week I'm playing Multani. Basically, when I was told to do a Dominaria deck, I saw this one and I thought immediately a 6-drop that is equal to your lands plus an instant speed. You can bring her back to your hand after she goes to the graveyard. That's really solid, so you don't have to continue to play land tax on it. Um, as for the other cards, I picked Cultivate as like my spotlight, but there's many other cards in here that do the exact same thing as Cultivate. They're just digging out lands. Boundless Realms was a really good one. If you hit it, because you can double your land, which in turn doubles Multani, so that's always solid. And then Black Blade Reforged. I saw that in Dominaria and immediately thought Multani would do really well with her. There's also another card called Stratascythe. You have to exile a land, which isn't great for her, but being able to then again double Multani's attack and power, or power toughness. And then the last card I'm showcasing is Sylvan Awakening. It's in here as a just in case I need blockers or just to finish them off kind of card.
I continue to draw no lands, so I'm going to go to the end of my turn and I will discard another card. This time I will discard Unwind.
You know the card I really like? It's sadly you can't play it, Calvin, but it's a white card called Land Tax. Fantastic card.
I'm going to go ahead and pay 3 for Growth Spasm. And then I'll end my turn.
Yeah, Land Tax is a classic good card. My original opening hand had 3 lands in it, and I mulliganed down to this hand because I thought I had a command tower in it, and so I thought I was good to go. I may have misplayed before the game ever started.
Play Sword of Vengeance.
Don't worry, it happens to the best of us.
Swing at Matt for 2.
I'm going to take 2.
You're really unnerving me with all that ramp you're doing up there. I don't like
I'm going to do a whole lot of nothing with it, besides kill Calvin.
it. Okay.
This channel has a history of allowing people that get screwed with mana to coming back to either winning the game or almost winning the game. And I am not going to let Madrotha do that to me.
Yeah, we do that sometimes.
I cast Ordeal of Perforos and attached it to Champion of the Flame. I also attacked Calvin.
He's also a 4/4.
Well, yeah, I guess his trigger allows him to be a 4/4 now. And I get one of these little cursed gem things. All right, so my main phase 2, I will use the acquired gold and tap this for a colorless. I will cast Lightning Greaves, and I will then equip Lightning Greaves to Champion of the Flame, making Champion of the Flame a 6/6.
And if you'd be so kind as to notate that he has 1+1/+1 counter on him for the ordeal's sake.
I got you. All right, I'm going to end my turn.
Hey, Larry, go ahead and tell us what your deck does this week.
Well, the deck is intended to create knots to hold up a defensive perimeter, while I use Ariel's ability to tap a black and tap her and use the knots as creature destruction. You can attack with them because most of them have vigilance, or I have something that gives them vigilance. And if I got lucky with this, try to get those overwhelming board state with the kicker, but that's 10 mana is hard to come by, especially as fast paced as our games have been going. The history of Benalia was intended to just generate some knots without me having to pay for them. Maybe on the third tick, throw a good attack in there, but mostly my creatures were tried to develop defense and wear somebody down and then attack when available.
Normally I'd be upset with a tap land this late in the game, but I'll take any land I can get. So I'm going to play this Golgari Guildgate, and then I'm going to end my turn. I hope you guys know you're in for it now.
Ooh, here comes the spice.
I'm going to play my forest and then cast a Stratus Scythe.
That seems like a good card in a mono green ramp deck.
Seems like a really good card. He's going to smack you with the Swole Eldrazi spawn.
Good job taking advantage of the curse, even though you can't do any damage to me. Still getting that gold token, Matt.
Yeah, I figured might as well get in with it.
Why didn't... Oh, okay. I got you. I feel you.
The Ariel Knight of Windgrace. And turn.
Alrighty. I'm going to play this Plains and I guess I will go to combat. So blue. I'm going to attack you, triggering ordeal, making this a 7/7. And I'm going to move to, I guess I'll go to blocks just in case, if you have any flash. I don't think green has any flash blockers.
It does, but I don't have it.
Okay, that's good. Well, I'm going to go to damage. I'm going to take 7. I'm going to go to main 2, and I'm going to cast Nomad Mythmaker. And I'm going to end my turn.
Thanks for stepping in this week, Chuck, to fill in for Gabe. We really appreciate it. Go ahead and tell us about your deck.
Well, my commander is Tiana, Ship's Caretaker. Her ability for aura and equipment recursion works well, especially for Voltron decks. Champion of the Flame is a crazy beat stick after you suit him up. Danitha is here for auras and equipment's costing less. Ever is a fantastic meme paired with Fling to knock someone out or to close out a game. And Volduck is great if you can make him go wide.
I've been playing Commander for a long time. I don't think I've ever seen Nomad Mythmaker. That looks like a really good card.
It's only good at this specific time.
Yeah, I've never seen him before either. It looks really good.
I'm going to go ahead and tap 1 at a green, and I'm going to cast this Rampant Growth so that I can try to get a little bit of board presence here and go get a basic land. I'm going to go ahead and get this island and put it in a play tapped, and I believe that is going to do it for my turn.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Multani.
Alright, his deck is actually looking scary.
I'm going to go to combat and do the same thing I did last turn, attacking Calvin to get my gold.
I believe I will pass the turn.
I will take mine then. I'm going to untap everything. I'm going to go to draw, and I'm going to go main phase. I'm going to go ahead and play this Plains. I guess I'll cast Tiana. And I'm going to go to combat. Calvin, I'm going to smack at you with this 2/2. I'm going to smack at Larry for 8, triggering Ordeal. This is the last counter on this, because Ordeal now I have to sacrifice it, and I deal 3 damage to target creature or player. Destroy your Knight of Malice. I will move to blockers.
I don't have any blockers. I'll take my 2.
You're going to jump block it? Like it. Like it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get my Curse Gold. And I'm going to go ahead and go to main phase 2 and end my turn.
It worked for me once. It's going to work for me twice. I'm going to go ahead and keep searching for lands. I'm going to use Farseek to search my library for a basic land that isn't a forest.
Calvin, I would like to state that you're not allowed to have Farseek in that deck.
Well, Matt, the less help I can give Multani, the happier a man I am. And then after that, I'm going to end my turn.
Alright, I've already played my land for turn. Alright, here we go. I'm going to go ahead... No. Why am I hitting the tab button? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and equip Stratascythe. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the 2 gold and 1 to equip Black Blade Reforged. I am, in fact, going to move to combat and swing Multani at you, Calvin.
That seems fair to me. Somebody call Josh Lee Kwai and let him know I died to commander combat damage.
And that's the end of my turn. I need that another gold. I can make it, though.
Play Day of Judgment.
In response, I'm going to sack Eldrazi Spawn and get 1 colorless.
Oh, man.
And then I'm going to pay 1 green and 1 colorless and return 2 lands to get Multani back to my hand.
Just send Tiana to the command zone and destroy my other 2 lands. Not lands, creatures.
Turn.
Real handy time to have a board wipe there, Larry.
Yeah.
do I anticipate correctly that you had that in your hand the last turn and you were just waiting for me to die to use it?
No.
Top deck?
Yeah.
Well played.
That is a good top deck.
I'm going to sacrifice this gold for a red mana, and I'm going to cast this Aurelia, the War Leader. I'm going to equip it with Lightning Greaves.
That seems like a good card.
That seems fair.
I was hoping to do 28 damage to somebody this turn, but instead I will do 6. I will attack you blue. Trigger, I'm going to untap my creature. And
Good, because she has vigilance.
Oh, yes, yeah. I'm going to attack you anyway. Again. And I think that will be my turn. Yeah, I'm going to go to end phase.
I'm going to go ahead and play land again and recast Multani. And that'll end my turn.
That is a really good ability to be able to just bring it back from the graveyard every time you want to for 2 mana. That's really good.
Yeah, it helps in this deck specifically. I left mana open last turn because just in case. And the fact that you can do it at instant speed's really good.
Play Western Paladin.
Oh, no.
And end the turn.
Can I give you my gold?
I can't bust Aurelia anyway.
I'll play this Plains, and I guess I'm gonna play my commander.
Why couldn't you blow up Aurelia with that?
Because she has Shroud.
That she does.
Plus your creature has Summoning Sickness. I'm going to attach Lightning Greaves onto Talana.
Tiana?
Teflana. I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to attack. Oh, your creature has reach. That's dumb. I'm going to attack Larry with both these. It's a really nice flyer. Yikes.
Oh, yeah.
In combat, I'm going to untap my creatures, and I'm going to go to attackers again. I'm going to swing again at Larry Boy.
Another thing that makes Multani a really good creature is that it has reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I didn't. I'm gonna go to main 2. I'm going to attach Lightning Greaves back onto Aurelia.
Smart decision.
Yeah, I'm going to go to end phase.
Play land. And I think I'm going to pay for Karn. And then I'm going to +1 them.
This will be interesting. Which opponent are you going to choose, Matt?
Larry. You should let me put that Kadama's Reach in my hand.
Give him a forest.
But you get to choose one of them, and I get to put that card into my hand and exile the other.
Yeah, sure. Take the land.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and equip Blackblade Reforged. And I'm going to pass. Head Shroud.
He's
Lightning
targeting the
Greaves
Lightning
doesn't.
Greaves.
Oh, okay. Whew.
So you didn't target the 14-14. That's fair.
Don't
All right,
ever
Lightning
attack.
Greaves.
Don't ever attack me twice in the same round and expect me to do anything other than something to you.
That's fair.
Say, Larry, you have 2 black mana left up. I wonder what you're going to do with that.
Oh, I don't know. Same thing that you know as I would do to you if you did what happened to me.
Blowing up the Aurelia. Whew.
My goal is to let Matt win by commander damage on everyone. Just me last.
Seems fair.
Pass.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go to draw. I guess I'll go to combat. I'll attack you again for 3. So that's 12 commander damage on you. I'm going to Winds of Wrath. Brigeth.
Seems good.
And I guess I'll pass the turn.
Alright, I'm going to play a forest. Cast Fendor Elves. And then bring Multani back to my hand. And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Multani again.
Finally, the legacy of those gold tokens is out of the way.
And I'm going to -2 Karn. No, I'm sorry, -1 Karn. To bring Kadama's Reach to my hand. I'll go to my end step and I have to discard, and I will discard a forest.
Pretty good play since he gets +1/+1 for the lands in the graveyard too.
When I first saw Multani, I was really ecstatic to see what it could do. But after playing with her a few times, just being able to bring her back to your hand and not play commander attacks on a 6-drop really helps.
Play Gideon. Make a knight. Cast Shared Triumph and choose Knight. And pass.
Alright, draw. Interesting. Well, I think I have reached... I'm going to play this Fire Shrieker. I'm going to do my turn.
I'm going to go ahead and equip both of those artifacts, making Multani a 22/22.
in response to taking damage. I'm going to give it double strike.
Well played.
Good game, guys.
Somebody called Josh Lee Kwai. 2 people in the same game have died to commander combat damage.
I so thought he was going to cast Deflecting Palm.
Yeah, I get to reveal the top 2 cards in my library. Hey, will you decide which one goes into my hand?
There's so much text on that one, I can't even read it.
Basically, one lets me play 2 lands, and then the other lets me put the top X cards in that are legendary or lands into the battlefield.
Yeah, let's not do that one.
Yeah, I figured. And then I have to discard.
But he might whiff. Who knows?
I discarded a forest, bringing Multani's up to 23.
Play Sanctum Seeker. And pass.
I'm going to -1 Karn to get Druidic Vow. And then I'm going to tap out in order to play it for 6. So what it went into my graveyard there was a Findhorn Elder, a Protean Hulk, and Far Wanderings. So that brings up Multani's power toughness to 31. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a Kadama's Reach. Sorry. Alright. We'll go to combat. Say 35-35 with trim.
Well, there you have it, sports fans. Another one in the books. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit us up on Patreon and Twitter, and come back next week for the next episode of Budget Dragon Highlander.